To sustain good land condition and productivity, the end of growing season is a key time to think about managing herd numbers to match pasture supply. There are a number of factors to consider, including land types, pasture growth, ground cover, watering points and fencing, and the upcoming growing conditions. The Forage Grazing Land Management Information System can help your decision-making with 4 key reports: the Indicative Land Type Report, the Rainfall and Pasture by Land Type Report, the Ground Cover Report, and the Rainfall and Pasture Outlook Report. Let's see how these reports can help, using the Queensland Government research property north of Charters Towers. All you have to do is visit the Forage Property Reports tab on the Long Paddock website and use the menu to go to the report examples. There's a wide range of reports available, and you can obtain as many reports as are relevant for your needs. Some reports will require extra information. For example, if you are requesting a ground cover report, you'll need to enter your year and month. There are a number of ways you can order your reports. If you know your lot plan, enter this information here, or you can use the geolocation button, or enter your property name or your road address or your place or township. Here's an example of searching by property name. If applicable, you can also add extra lots that make up the property aggregation on the plan by clicking here. You will then need to confirm how often you'd like to receive your reports: one-off, monthly, or every 2 to 3 months. Enter your email address and populate the optional label field for better organisation or identification of reports, and then submit. Your reports will be emailed to you for free. Let's have a look at them. The Indicative Land Type Report plots different land types on the property and their contribution by area and percentage. Spyglass is largely made up of loamy alluvials, narrow-leaved ironbark on deeper soils, and range soils. You can see they make up over 60% of the total property. Now we can use the Rainfall and Pasture by Land Type Report to check annual pasture growth for these land types. We can see that over the past 12 months, the 2 major land types have produced more pasture growth than the historical average, while the third has produced about average pasture growth. So currently there should be a large amount of new growth across the property. Let's now look at the current view on the Forage Ground Cover Report, and it supports our conclusion. The majority of the property is in the 70% plus ground cover category, while most other areas indicate up to 50 to 70% cover. The property looks in fair shape, but we need to check further. The minimum ground cover map on the second page provides a longer-term view. This map shows the lowest ground cover observed for the property, and that many areas are in fact vulnerable, especially near the river and water points where cattle congregate. We could then check the likely rainfall and pasture growth for the next 3 months. The Rainfall and Pasture Growth Outlook Report shows that there is a good chance of near average to high pasture growth. However, it's important to note that from April to October, we wouldn't expect much rain, and pasture growth is unlikely then. So while the pasture growth on the property is looking reasonably healthy right now, the longer-term outlook suggests there will be little useful rainfall. So increasing cattle numbers in the current situation could place added stress on the vulnerable areas, reduce ground cover, and be a risk to long-term land condition. Obviously, all properties are different, and there are other variables to consider, so spend some time using Forage to discover how it can help with your grazing land management decisions. For further information, visit the Long Paddock website, call the DAF Customer Service Centre on 13 25 23 in Queensland, or email us.